Hey, what's going on everyone? Welcome into First Reaction TV. My name is J Mart. So CNN just released an article that is called "What's Digital Blackface?" and why is it wrong that white people use it? CNN didn't release a video along with the article, so what I ended up doing, I did a little more research. I ended up finding a video on digital blackface from a YouTube channel called The Root. So we're going to watch a couple different videos. We're going to watch the video from The Root about digital blackface, and then we're going to watch a video about CRT. Now, the reason I'm bringing CRT into this is because CRT obviously stands for critical race theory. If you understand and figure out what critical race theory is, it kind of opens up your eyes a little bit about why people might find this offensive now. If you are living your life and you see the world through the eyes of CRT, then it makes a little more sense why white people are not allowed to use digital blackface. So we're going to find out why it's wrong for a bunch of 13-year-old white teenagers to be using digital blackface today. Make sure you watch until the end. Please hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already, and I appreciate you watching the video.
The term was popularized by Professor Laura Michelle Jackson in a Teen Vogue op-ed she wrote in 2017. She was pretty much calling out the excessive use of black gifs and memes to express extreme emotion. So if a white person uses this gift to show excitement, or this gift to show disappointment, they are guilty of digital blackface.
Ever shared this? Or this? Nothing like a good reaction GIF, right? But you've probably noticed the most popular ones are of black people being dramatic. This is digital blackface.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Said, oh Lord Jesus is a fire.
Another image of Trudeau wearing what appears to be blackface. It is the fourth similar image now to have come to light in the past 24 hours.
Said, oh Lord Jesus is a fire. Said, oh Lord Jesus is a fire.
I believe you people.
Jesus, 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 Jesus.
What do you mean, you people?
Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Alright, so I just wanted to play that video for you because honestly I love the video. I think it's great. But at the same time, the video also shows what blackface is. Blackface, as it showed these elite Democrats dressed up as black people with their faces painted, and that's what offends people, is dressing up as a black person and painting your face black. Blackface. Now here's where things are different. What they're saying blackface is what I just did. The mere presence of me playing that song and that meme and using that black woman's interview that is now a song is now me stealing from her. So I'm using blackface because I'm appropriating her. We'll find out more about it here in a second.
Fast forward to the information age and digital blackface is all over the internet. The bigotry hits different.
So digital blackface actually grew out of actual blackface, which was a practice that was happening in theaters and entertainment in the mid 1800s, early 1900s. It's grown over the years into something more perverse and something more disturbing that you see across TikTok, you see across Twitter, you see across Instagram, where you have young white kids taking on what they assume to be black identity, whether it's slang, whether it's dress, whether it's music, and they're perverting it and they're twisting it in their own sort of unique ways.
Okay. So we got white kids stealing black identities, putting on long eyelashes and listening to rap music, I guess. Okay. What's next?
He did a deep dive into the world of TikTok, a platform Parham says is custom made for digital blackface.
TikTok, enables its creators with this suite of editing tools that, a director might use to shoot an actual feature film. And so it's different in the sense that creators can now embody almost these sort of expressions and what they assume is black identity.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And you kind of musty, are not allowed to shower either. Like, girl, This is not okay.
They can sort of pervert it and make it their own in these really fascinating, interesting ways that they couldn't before. And it's really specific to TikTok because TikTok's community sort of engenders this idea of competition and virality. And so one person starts to do it and another person starts to do it, and then it just balloons into this huge thing where it's like, oh, you know, everybody's doing it, but, you know, it's not okay in that sense.
Okay, so now, to be honest, I'm getting a little confused because we have gotten off the point of using black memes as digital blackface and black short videos as digital blackface. So now we're on topic of if you have silver teeth in your mouth, you are using digital blackface. If you are doing a popular dance or a fad, you are using digital blackface. You load something onto the app and it takes a life of its own and then everybody's doing it. I'm pretty sure he just described what TikTok is and some of these apps are. Like, that's literally what they are. You upload stuff and then people reenact them or do them. Like, that's the point of the app. So I'll be honest, like, I'm even more confused now than I was before I started watching this. So I guess we're going to watch some more and see if we can learn anything.
TikTok is built on appropriation. TikTok is built on mimicking something that somebody else already did or something that already exists. And I think the sort of problem with digital blackface is that it comes into the equation where we're taking Black identity and Black culture expression from its original context and we're twisting it and we're estranging it so much to the point of mockery, so much to the point of laughter for people who simply just want to go viral, people who simply want fame and clout.
Okay, nope, he just described TikTok's business model, so we're not confused at all. He is just describing TikTok, and I'm not sure what this has to do with blackface anymore.
Parham points to 3 egregious instances of digital blackface that he's consistently seen across the platform. First up, the hot Cheeto girl.
You want some? Did you pay it all for them? You got any hot Cheetos?
This projection of this sort of low-income Black or Latina youth who maybe, you know, lives in a bad neighborhood and comes up in a bad way, but she has this sort of swagger about her. And so you began to see a lot of young white kids put tape around their fingernails. They would have a hot Cheeto bag. They would have these giant hoop earrings. They were mimicking this sort of hood rat archetype that they thought was, you know, this around the way girl.
Okay, so he apparently has this whole backstory made up about this hot Cheeto girl that if you talk about liking hot Cheetos and making a video, he knows where you come from, he knows your backstory, he knows what kind of job you work, what is this? Doing a skit or, you know, something off of a Latina chick, then that's blackface, even though she's Latina, I guess.
They are the white teens who mimic the well-known characters from Bravo's Real Housewives franchise.
The ghetto! The ghetto. This is where you live, honey. Let me see what's going on. Oh, Velvet, show me around. Ooh.
Especially Atlanta Housewives, which I think have become the sort of most volcanic characters in the franchise that people want to mimic. And so people were looping audio of Nene, audio of Phaedra, audio of Kenya, and inhabiting this sort of sassiness.
Count to 10, let me breathe.
All right, so they're counting down the top 3 examples of digital blackface. And so far they have done a thing called Hot Cheeto Girl, where they say that the girl can also be Latina. And then the second one is imitating the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'm honestly dying to find out what number 3 is at this point.
Even more menacing is the How's My Form challenge, created by a white kid named Carter Rickett.
They're so very hot. So much things to like.
The challenge or the video has a 3-act structure, right? It begins with a statement. And so let's say the statement is, what restaurant has the best fried chicken? And then the second frame is, now that all my Black people are here, because stereotypically Black folks like fried chicken. And then the third frame is, how's my form?
Ladies are hot. They're so very hot. So much things to like.
That challenge in particular wasn't specifically confined to just Black identity. You saw, all types of creators making fun of Latino folks, making fun of Asian folks, making fun of Middle Eastern folks, and the sort of racial stereotypes that they deal with on the daily.
But don't get it twisted.
All right, and there it is. The worst and the most egregious form of blackface, apparently, is a bunch of 15-year-old teenage males and teenage women, too, taking and using samples from Asian, Arab, Latino, Black, white, taking all of those races and all of those backgrounds and heritages and doing different skits is blackface. Yeah. In every single app right now, and every single social media app, there's a button on the very far right side, and it always says share. The second you hit that share button, guess what you're doing? You're sharing everything with America and the world. So the second any person, no matter what color they are, they hit that share button, it's out there for someone else to sample it, copy it, whatever. And especially on stuff like that for, dancing apps and stuff like that, man. I mean, like, that's literally what this app was designed for, was for people to send something out, someone else to see it, and then someone else to reenact it, and it goes on and on and on. The fact that that's what they're calling blackface here, man, is really, dude, I think it's actually disturbing. I think it's like extremely disturbing that you found all of that from all of these different heritages, from all these different backgrounds, all these different color kids, and that you found that out of all of that it's blackface. That's what you found.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Alright, so next I want to play another quick video with author John McWhorter, and he talks about CRT. And if you understand CRT, it might make you, or help you understand at least, why some of these people might be seeing blackface in the middle of TikTok.
Critical race theory starts as these obscure ideas in legal journals decades ago. Nobody is saying that that's what's being taught in schools. However, a descendant of that, an educational philosophy that is explicitly based upon the tenets of those articles, has definitely made its way into educational circles. And what it means is that many truly well-minded teachers think that what students should be taught is that white people are potential oppressors, that Black people are potential victims of white oppression, that you should think of there being white and Black cultural traits, and specifically that white cultural traits tend to be bad and Black ones tend to be good. And there's an idea that the soul of education should be to alert children to these power differentials and to thread that kind of idea through the teaching of just about any subject.
So that was actually an interview done about CRT and CRT in the schools, but I thought it mattered because it's kind of easy and it's pretty simple to get the hang of, where CRT is being taught, white people are oppressors, white people steal things from other people, white people are always trying to keep you down, and white culture's bad, and Black culture's good, and we're trying to steal it. And the other version to that really wasn't mentioned is that, every encounter you have and everything that you go through in your daily life is looked at through a racial lens. And when you do that, when you take it to those extremes, you will find blackface in every single thing you look at. Because anytime you're looking for something, you're gonna find it. Like, we're Americans. They're American kids, and you're complaining about American kids copying off of other American kids on TikTok. That's what you're complaining about. And calling it blackface. Because, like, this article that CNN wrote, and from what I was led to believe blackface was about, using a meme and you're stealing another person's blackface. Like, that just went down the rabbit hole with, you know, listening to what these people explained it to be. Like, this is just like, hey, if you even come close to listening to a black guy, like, dude, you're doing blackface. Like that's how far down the rabbit hole these people came, it seemed like. Make sure you guys comment. Let me know what you think of the video. Like, subscribe if you haven't already. And if you made it this far, I appreciate you watching. Thanks a lot.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Said, oh Lord Jesus is a fire.
Another image of Trudeau wearing what appears to be blackface. It is the fourth similar image now to have come to light in the past 24 hours.
Said, oh Lord Jesus is a fire. Said, oh Lord Jesus is a fire. I believe you people. Jesus, 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 Jesus.
What do you mean, you people?
Ain't nobody got time for that.